Mind games can come across as nasty and very manipulative. However, some of these games women play are in fact to ensure that the relationship is more stable and solid. Sometimes women play these games to cause the men that they want to pursue them more and push for commitment. A few examples of malicious mind games are guilt tripping, humiliation and gaslighting. So if a woman ever does any of these things, you should leave her immediately. So with that said, here are a few psychological mind games that women play with the men that they are interested in. Number 1. She pretends to be vulnerable. A woman will play on how vulnerable she is, and asks you to fulfill a request, because she is not apparently capable of doing it herself. She wants you to feel very powerful in many ways, and this is done because she wants to know if you are able to protect and look after her. This game is usually performed by women of high value. You may notice she asks you for advice, or to do something for her, that you will eventually see her doing for herself. It is at this point when you realize she has been playing a mind game, to make you feel good about helping her. Number 2. Delayed replies. If she's genuinely busy and cannot reply, then you can't berate her for it. However, for the majority of the time, if it takes her a while to message you back, yet you've seen that she's been online, she's making you wait on purpose in order to claim the upper hand within the relationship. She wants you to question what your intentions are with her, so that the two of you can become closer. Number 3. Confidence test. Women think long-term. They can't help it when it comes to relationships. A female's brain is programmed from prehistoric era, and they cannot help but always try to select the highest value man to procreate with. It's a part of the genetic makeup. So keeping this in mind, will in fact help you understand this actual mind game. She is going to investigate and try to get as much information out of you, to truly find out how great of a guy you are. She will play this very subtly as well. For example, she may suggest that you prepare a meal for the very first date at your apartment. And although it sounds natural and ordinary, she's in fact actually testing you to see how self-sufficient you are at cooking, to establish whether or not you are indeed a good catch. Number 4. She shows up late. The biggest difference between playing a game and honestly being late is how and when she apologizes for her tardiness. If she lets you know she is running late and apologizes, this shows that she's conscious of your time and is genuinely sorry. However, if you have to get in touch after 10 minutes of lateness, and then she replies, "I'm really sorry, I'm going to be late," this shows bad character on her behalf, and also shows she's playing a game, and she doesn't really care about your feelings. Number 5. She acts uninterested. A woman really has to certify a guy before she dates him. She wants to make sure he isn't aggressive, rude, selfish or immature. And by acting like she's not interested in you, gives her more time to size you up and figure you out. It also lets her know how interested you are in her. A lot of women try to avoid the players with this maneuver. A guy that is only interested in a fling or a one-night stand will not pursue her at the first hurdle. Meaning that the guy who sticks around is proven to be worth her time. So this type of mind game doesn't mean she's acting completely disinterested, she just plays a little bit hard to get. She gives you the vibe she likes you and she's flirting a lot, however she doesn't jump at the chance to go on a date with you. She kind of lingers around and delays it a little bit, just to see how desperate you are to make things work. Number 6. She rejects you when you first ask her out. This is actually very common, and believe it or not, most guys have witnessed this mind game. A woman will turn down your first date offer by saying she thinks she's busy, or she doesn't really like that idea of the date. She wants you to try harder to see if you will give up quickly, or if you persist, proving that you genuinely do like her. Number 7. The I'm not angry test. Any man who's dated someone before will understand this game all too well. She's visibly annoyed at you. She seems obsessed with her phone, and when you ask if she's okay, she tells you, "I'm okay, I'm not angry, I'm fine." However, she's getting more and more annoyed at you for not realizing what you did wrong. Now to her it's obvious, and she feels more annoyed that she has to tell you what you did wrong. She is ignoring you so that you realize the mistake on your own accord. Number 8. She openly flirts with other guys. If you see that she is flirting with your friends or strangers directly in front of you, take caution. She wants you to know that she's a catch and that if you don't step up your game, she could potentially date someone else. Obviously, this behavior is very toxic and immature, but her reasoning could be to hurt you just a little bit, so that you come running back to her, proclaim your feelings, and you try even harder to make her feel loved. Now you may notice that she could be flirting with other people on social media. She wants you to take notice of her phone, because she wants you to see that comment that the other guy left on her selfie, for proof that she is a catch, because she wants a reaction out of you. Number 9. She withholds sex. Some women will make you jump through many hoops before the sex game actually happens. She wants you to actually surrender to her first, before she rewards you with sex. The concept here is to not give everything up too soon for unworthy behavior, because women are conscious that guys expect sex to happen after a certain amount of time. And they won't want to just give you sex, so they delay to see how you respond. If you have mentioned that the two of you haven't had sex, she may completely ignore you. This is because you've just revealed yourself as desperate or as being a player. However, if you don't make any attempt to pursue her, and just let her make the moves to initiate, it shows you respect her and will win her consent. Number 10. The silent treatment. She ignores you or gives you very short answers, even short text messages, or messages with no emojis. She wants you to comfort her, but to really put in the effort first. She's testing you by shutting down and switching off, and waiting to see if you can figure out what has happened and make up for it. This is usually a case where she is feeling emotionally hurt and closed off from you, because you disregarded her feelings in some way. So she will patiently wait for you to notice, and see if you notice what you did wrong, and hope that you apologize and explain yourself. Number 11. She cancels the date. Women like to cancel a date to dishearten you, to bid on your affection more. Especially if she cancels on the day of the date. If she tells you in advance and is profusely apologetic, and she wants to make up for the cancellation and ask to reschedule, these are all genuine responses to something unavoidable that came up. It is understandable that life happens, but if she doesn't give you any excuses or genuine apology, she's playing a mind game. She wants to see you hurt about the cancellation, to claim the upper hand and make you chase her more. Number 12. Getting you to commit to her. The overall idea here is making you commit to her, otherwise your requests and ideals will fall on deaf ears. For example, if you ask her jokingly, "Would you ever look after me when I'm sick, like this woman is for her man on TV?" Her reply could be, "Well, because you aren't my boyfriend or my husband, you don't get those special privileges until you commit." This means she is highlighting that she wants more from you, and she's toying with the idea of basically saying, "Either shackle up and commit to me, otherwise I'm gone."